Hi, everybody. Old Dynamite here, the voice of AKA American Combat Alliance. And we are gearing up for our next big stellar event. It goes down tonight, Saturday, August 26th, live, large, and in charge here at the beautiful Paragon Casino in Marksville, Louisiana. Standing next to me right now is one half of our big co-main event, the up-and-coming rising star in the professional ranks here in the regional scene. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ace Boogie Abram. Abe, how you feeling, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. How about you?
Feeling fantastic. So coming out of Youngsville Gladiators Academy over there, training under head coach Eric Scallon. We know Eric's been around a long time. He's a dog. He's a warrior. You come up with that mentality under him in this fight here. What have you done to prepare specifically for this bout tonight?
For this one, I just wanted to be able to use all my weapons. You know, I know Gabe's like athletic. I know he kind of is ready for the feet or the ground, so that's what I just really wanted to prepare for. You know, fight, not a specific thing, just like be ready to do it, anything, you know, whatever.
Now, how does this set you back when you're looking at your opponent? You know, he's making his professional debut. You've been in the pro ranks a little bit longer, so really not a whole lot you can look at because everything in his repertoire, I guess in his Rolodex, his film roll, it's going to be all amateur fights. So what does that do to you as far as preparation for this event?
Not too much. To be honest, I think he's been training just as long as me, you know. So, like, just he hasn't had any pro fights yet. But, you know, he's been fighting for a long time, so I just kind of look at that and look more at experience, you know, over time rather than just like, oh, this guy was just an amateur, now he's turning pro. No, like, I'm ready for a fight.
Outstanding. So you're sitting yourself at your pro record 5-5, absolutely 500. Looking to get back on the winning ways this time. Any predictions in tonight's fight?
I think if we start getting after it and I can get a hold of him, I think we might be looking at a submission.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you brought your boogie shoes because Ace Boogie's ready to put on a show right here tonight at AKA 31, Abram Sellers, co-main event, taking on Gabe Clark. Standing next to me right here is the other half of our co-main event, making his professional debut inside the AKA cage, the one and only Gabe the Don Clark. Gabe, how you feeling, my friend?
Feeling pretty good.
So you're stepping up to your first pro bouts. We're going to 5-minute rounds. How was the weight cut coming into this, and how has your training regimen changed going from the amateur to now professional ranks?
I fought at 45 a couple of times, so I'm used to the cut. As far as training, you know, we've been up in the rounds, getting a lot of work in.
And how's that felt to you so far, taking from that 3-minute stepping up to the 5-minute rounds? Has it taken a little more toll on your body? Are you feeling pretty good with it? Where's the cardio? Where's the stamina at with those longer rounds?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I feel confident in my stamina and my ability to go the distance if it has to go there.
And you're stepping in there with a wily guy. He's been around for a while now. Y'all been training for about the same amount of time, but he spent a little more time in the professional ranks, so he's a little more used to combat at that time limit and with that level of competition. You got any predictions or ideas for tonight's fight?
Honestly, I think as long as I keep it standing, I feel like I could finish him on the feet. I know he has a couple finishes on the ground, so I feel like he'll look to try to get me to the ground.
And how you feeling about that takedown? Do you feel like your jiu-jitsu is pretty good? Your defense is good there?
Yeah, I have 3 submissions as well. Wins, but I want to keep it standing. I want to put on a good show tonight.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut right here at AKA 31. Gabe the Don Clark is locked, cocked, and ready to rock for action. Make sure you join us here live at the Paragon or tune in on pay-per-view fight.tv.
Sellers, Clark, co-main event time here at AKA 31.
Southpaw Orthodox. Big right leg from Abram Sellers.
Like you said, that body kick's open for both when you're in that open stance.
We've now moved to 5-minute rounds as we've stepped into the professional ranks.
Yeah, so you're going to see a more measured approach. I say that, and then Sellers is going to come in with a bunch of aggression. But you've got to wait for those times to explode. That's part of it. It's not that you're never, you know, picking up the pace, but you're a little bit more, you know, measured about when to pick up the pace.
Beautiful. Elevates, scores.
Well, Sellers does have some very quick finishes on his resume.
He's got some good jiu-jitsu. I've rolled with this kid before, and he's tough. He's tough off his back. He's tough on top. And like we said, he's well trained as well. He knows how to move through these positions and
we
stay.
have the added started the elbow strike in the pro category, so those are open.
I like what Abram's doing here too. His corner's calling for him to put his hand on his face and drop the elbow, which is a technique that I enjoy.
Everyone enjoys it except for the person on bottom.
That's right, the one receiving the elbow.
You always enjoy it when you're the one given.
Abram doing a good job of just staying in a good position, keeping the half guard, trying to flatten Gabe Clark straight flat to his back, scoring some ground and pound. This is a tough spot for Gabe Clark, caught up against the fence.
He's got to figure out a way to kind of swim that arm in between him and his opponent and get that underhook so he can start to get back to his feet.
Just gives him a structure to build off of.
Yeah.
If he can get that underhook, he can kind of start to get his legs underneath him, build one step at a time, maybe knee or butt to knee, butt back to his feet. But right here, Abram doing a good job just dominating the position.
Yeah, and pressuring in with his head, so he's not able to swim that arm back through. He's looking to get his leg free.
Yeah, Abe's corner calling for that knee cut pass.
He's able to get one hook in.
Working on that second. Halfway through round number 1.
I like how Abe is punching in this position. See, oftentimes it opens up the submission because when you've been cracked a couple of times and some damage is being done, you feel the urgency to move as they move. Just as Abe Sellers just did, he's able to kind of scoot that arm into a choking position.
That body triangle, which is very difficult to get out of.
This is a tough spot for Gabe Clark with 2 minutes left to go. This is a good attempt.
Yeah, trying to fight those hands, but this is getting worse.
Abe kind of rushing it a little bit there. His corner's asking for him to go palm to palm. This is a better attempt here. This is a tight squeeze.
It's getting tight.
That's it.
And that's it.
Beautiful finish by Abram Sellers. Finds his way out of the 500 club, now 6-5 as a professional with a first-round finish.
Yeah, and a tough matchup here for Gabe Clark. In your debut, you get a seasoned vet like Abram Sellers, and Sellers shows off that experience and the skill set.
Yeah, just came out and brought it. I mean, knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to change levels, score the takedown, make it a grappling match, and win that. He fired a good combination off the bat, too. I mean, he works a nice volume of punches. Can't remember exactly what the entrance was, but it was a good one.
So Abram Sellers will pick up his 6th victory, another first-round finish. I think he's got 4 of those.
Wow. Our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 3 minutes 18 seconds in round number 1, declaring your winner is Boogie Abram Sellers.
Didn't even break a sweat out there. Good work by Abram Sellers. And now Victoria will catch up with your winner.
You got it here. You made quick work of your opponent tonight. Tell me, did that part of the game plan, were you looking to come in here and secure the submission?
Yeah, that's usually the game plan. Not too technical on the feet. Let's throw some overhands and let's get a hold of them.
Well, you put on a pretty impressive performance. How soon would you like to get back in the cage for AKA?
We do it tomorrow.
You heard the man, Abram. You'd like to get back in here tomorrow. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time for your winner, Abram Sellers.
So your co-main event is over just like that. Abram Sellers takes 3 minutes to submit Gabe Clark. For Gabe, obviously not the result you wanted, but for Abram, a masterful performance.
Yeah, tough, tall task. I mean, like I said, 10-fight professional veteran. I mean, your debut, that's a lot.